For your independent assignment, you're going to need the following 4 things to start. You're going to need the back of the notes page that you used when we did in class notes. The back one has your sources filled in on the side. So you'll need this page. You'll need your Minecraft Mania article. You'll need your article from News ELA. There's a couple different versions of this, so your title might be different than this title. That's okay. You'll know it's the News ELA one because you'll see this picture on the front. And you'll need the article that says why educators should use Minecraft in the classroom. So here's what you're going to do for your independent assignment. I'm going to explain it and I'll give you an example to get started. Here's your notes page, and you're going to do what you did for the indentured servant example and what I showed you for the Loch Ness Monster example. So if you need to review that video, you can. You want to focus on how can Minecraft be a good learning tool. I wrote that up here just so I would remember it. You don't have to write that, but you can if that's going to help you focus. So what you're going to do is you're going to read the 3 articles, the Minecraft Mania one, the News ELA one, and the Why Educators Should Use Minecraft article. And you're going to take some notes on what you learned about how Minecraft can be used as a learning tool. So here's an example to get you started. I'm going to use the Minecraft Mania one. Note that you are not going to use the back page that has the Lego article. You will not need that for this notes page. You're just going to use the main article that was about Minecraft. So what you would want to do is you're going to reread, and as you reread, you want to look for some evidence on how Minecraft could be a good learning tool. Read the front. That's not going to give me too much there. When I go onto the back of the front page, I see right here it says more than 2,500 U.S. schools now use the game to build math skills and to teach history, architecture, and more. So that seems like, oh, that shows me that schools are using it to teach these different skills. So I highlighted it, and then I can copy this sentence down directly onto my page. I want to make sure I put it in quotes if I'm copying it directly. If I put it in my own note, in my own words, I don't need to use quotes, but I still might want to highlight it so I can go back to it later if I need to. Okay, so here was that quote that I just showed you, and I copied it down. Notice I'm writing kind of small because I want to get as many notes from the articles as I can. That's going to help me with what I'm going to do with the notes when I'm all done with them. So write kind of tiny for this, and you can use another piece of paper if you need to. Alright, so here is that quote that I took. When I read the next section, talks about the creation of video games, talks a little bit about FIFA 14. That's not going to help me with finding why Minecraft might be good at school. Then it talks about how Minecraft is created, and then it's going to describe Minecraft a little bit. And there's actually some information in here that can help us with our notes. It's not going to directly say, here's how it's used in school, but I could use an example such as right here, where it says players can just explore and build, because in my mind I'm thinking, well, that's the reason why it might be a good learning tool, because if you're exploring and you're building things, then maybe you could have a player create something that would go along with a book. Maybe they're going to build a setting, or maybe they're going to build a science model, or maybe they're going to build a geographic location that they're learning about in social studies. So that's a quote I could use that doesn't come right out and say, here's why it's a good learning tool, but I use my own knowledge combined with that and think, okay, that's something I might want to use. So I'm going to copy that down underneath my first example. Alright, so you can see I put down that quote. Remember, I put quote marks around it, quotation marks, because I copied it directly from the article. So I finished reading the article, and I find there's some other things I might want to jot down. Like, here's a quote from a student who says, you can be as creative as you want. You make your own objective. each player is guided by his or her imagination. And then actually over in the caption for this picture, it says Minecraft is now being used in thousands of schools around the world. So those quotes, I would not necessarily need to copy down all of them, but I might want to if I have the space. I'm going to pick some that I think might be able to help me to answer the question, how could Minecraft be used for learning? I'm going to add it to my chart. Okay, so here are the completed notes, and I wanted to show you, you can put things in your own words. You don't have to copy everything word for word. So those quotes where I had about being creative, using your imagination, and creating your own rules or objectives, that's what I put right here. And I just put creative, make your own objective, use your imagination. And I did not put quotes around it because it was not the exact sentence that I pulled from here. I just put it in my own words. I did put quotes around the caption for the picture because I wanted to copy that one word for word. Okay, so my notes are done for the Minecraft Mania source. What you are now going to do is you're going to read the next source, which is the News ELA article. It's the one that has this picture on the front. And again, you're going to read and you're going to look for what are some things it tells you in here about how Minecraft could be used as a learning tool. This is a little bit of a longer article. Make sure you read the whole thing and make sure that you use the infographic on the back. It has some pictures and it has some really good information on here that you might be able to get a bunch of notes from. So this is actually an article where you might get more information than what we did from the Minecraft Mania. You might need some more space than just this tiny little box. So if you need to use another piece of paper, that's fine. Go on to another piece of paper and just staple it to it. So this is the one you're going to use for the middle section. And then once you've gotten everything you can out of this article for your evidence, then the last article you're going to look at is this short one of why educators should use Minecraft in the classroom. And that's going to be your notes for your last box. You might not get quite as much information from this one as you did for your middle box, and that's okay. When you're done compiling all your notes, then you're ready to go on to the next assignment in Schoology. And this is your exit slip after you compile your notes for all the 3 Minecraft articles. You're going to go on, and there's an exit slip on Schoology. You're going to be saying what are 3 broad or big idea reasons why Minecraft would be a good learning tool. So you want to look at your chart, and you want to think, okay, what are 3 main reasons why it might be good? So for example, you don't want to be too specific. And I put here, it helps you learn about 3-dimensional shading. That's not actually something from the article, but say it was. That's a little bit too specific. You could take that and make it a bigger idea by just saying, oh, 3D shading, that's art. So you could say it helps you learn about art. So what you'll do, like I said, is you're going to look at all your notes that you took, and you're going to see, okay, what are 3 big reasons that you could take away of how Minecraft could be used at school. And you're just going to jot that down as your exit slip on Schoology.